today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Trump cabinet nominees faced bomb threats and sweating attacks. Trump team agreed to transition deal but avoided key GSA document. Trump chose Jay Bhattacharya to lead National Institutes of Health. Three Americans detained in China were released after years of imprisonment. Mayor Adams spoke about safety and Polish-American relations on Rampa TV. Governor Hochul announced 10 million program for clean heating and cooling in large buildings. Seoul faces record-breaking November snowfall. ICC seeks arrest warrant for Myanmar's military chief over Rohingya crimes. Imran Khan's supporters end protest after Islamabad raid. Floods and landslides in Indonesia killed 20, more victims feared. Blake Snell signs $182 million deal with Los Angeles Dodgers. And Lamine Yamal wins 2024 Golden Boy Award as the youngest ever. You were listening to Headlines Now News in detail. Several cabinet nominees and appointees of President-elect Donald Trump were targeted by violent threats, including bomb scares and sweating incidents earlier this week, according to Trump's transition team. The threats occurred on November 26 and 27 and prompted quick responses from law enforcement to ensure their safety. Caroline Leavitt, Trump's incoming White House press secretary, stated that these acts of intimidation were un-American and aimed at disrupting the transition process. She confirmed that House Republican Conference Chair Elisa Stefanik, Trump's nominee for United Nations ambassador, was informed of a bomb threat to her home in New York. Leavitt assured that such dangerous acts would not deter Trump's team from their goals. She expressed gratitude for the swift actions of law enforcement and other authorities who responded to the incidents. The threats followed a tense campaign season during which Trump survived two alleged assassination attempts. Looking ahead, Trump's team plans to prioritize security for its members as they continue the transition process. The president-elect's spokesperson emphasized the commitment to overcoming intimidation and ensuring a peaceful transfer of power. The Trump transition team signed a key agreement with the Biden administration, unlocking resources to continue the transfer of power. However, they declined to sign another important document with the General Services Administration, which is needed to secure office space and funding for the transition. Biden officials confirmed that President-elect Trump's team has not yet agreed to a memorandum of understanding with the Justice Department. This document is essential for processing security clearance requests for new administration officials. the GSA, responsible for supporting transition teams under the Presidential Transition Act, had asked the Trump team since September to sign agreements similar to those used in past transitions. While the Trump team signed a White House agreement, they refused the GSA memorandum, claiming it would save taxpayer money. Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, said the signed agreement allows the team to access federal facilities and begin preparations for the new administration. However, the lack of a GSA agreement limits secure communications and transparency. Experts believe this decision could shield donor information and reduce oversight. Despite the challenges, both teams aim to ensure a smooth transition while maintaining security and transparency in the coming weeks. President-elect Donald Trump announced his intention to nominate Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, a Stanford professor and critic of COVID lockdowns, as the new director of the National Institutes of Health. Trump made this announcement on November 26, emphasizing Bhattacharya's role in advancing medical research and improving public health. Bhattacharya, known for co-authoring the 2020 Great Barrington Declaration, argued that lockdowns caused serious public health issues and advocated for focused protection of vulnerable groups while allowing others to build immunity through natural infection. His approach faced strong criticism from global health experts and organizations like the World Health Organization, which called it unethical. In a statement, Bhattacharya expressed gratitude for the nomination and pledged to reform scientific institutions and promote trust in American science. Trump also announced plans to nominate Jim O'Neill as Deputy Secretary of Health and Human Services. O'Neill, a former Bush administration official, has criticized the FDA's regulatory processes. Both Bhattacharya and O'Neill are expected to work with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Trump's nominee for Health and Human Services, who has faced backlash for spreading vaccine misinformation. If confirmed, Bhattacharya plans to focus on restoring public trust in science and enhancing health research in the coming years. The White House announced that 3 Americans detained in China for years have been released. Mark Sweden, Kylie, and John Leung will soon return to the U.S. and reunite with their families. President Joe Biden and senior officials had repeatedly raised their cases with Chinese leaders. Biden discussed the issue with Chinese President Xi Jinping during the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit earlier this month. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan also pushed for their release in recent meetings with Chinese officials. Sweden, a Texas businessman, had been jailed since 2012 on disputed drug charges and faced a death sentence. Kylie was detained in 2016 and suffered a stroke while in prison. John Leung, arrested in 2021, was sentenced to life in May for alleged espionage. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer credited Biden's efforts for securing their freedom, calling it a source of gratitude for their families. In September, China also freed American pastor David Lin after 18 years in prison. The Biden administration said it remains committed to bringing home other Americans wrongfully detained abroad. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. New York City Mayor Eric Adams discussed his efforts on public safety and his work with the Polish American community during an interview on Rampart TV. The interview aired after Adams hosted the first ever Polish Heritage Breakfast at Gracie Mansion earlier this week, a step he called symbolic for welcoming ethnic communities. Adams highlighted his administration's success in reducing crime for 10 straight months, removing thousands of illegal guns and making the city safer. He also mentioned incorporating lessons on Polish American contributions into public school curriculums to promote inclusivity. When asked about recent crimes, Adams expressed concern over repeated offenders and mental health issues. He emphasized his plans to advocate for stricter parole laws and better mental health assessments during the next legislative session. Adams also spoke about modernizing the NYPD with technology like drones and gun detectors, saying these tools aim to prevent crime and improve safety in public spaces, including subways. He reaffirmed his commitment to addressing issues faced by working class people, focusing on affordability and public safety, and promised to find common ground with the new administration. Governor Kathy Hochul announced that 10 million is now available to develop clean heating and cooling technology for large buildings in New York. The Clean Heat for All packaged terminal heat pump program will support innovative, energy efficient heat pumps to replace older air conditioners. These heat pumps aim to reduce emissions, improve air quality, and lower energy costs. The program, led by the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority, will fund manufacturers and building owners to create and test heat pumps suitable for cold climates. Manufacturers can apply for up to 1.25 million by February 2025 to develop prototypes, while building owners will have a chance to host field demonstrations in early 2025. Governor Hochul said the program will help New Yorkers save energy and reduce emissions in multifamily, senior living, and hospitality buildings. NYSERDA President Doreen Harris added that the project targets one of the largest sources of emissions, buildings. The initiative builds on New York's climate goals, which aim to cut greenhouse gas emissions and transition to a clean energy economy by 2050. NYSERDA will host a webinar about the program on December 12. Now it's time for global updates. Seoul, South Korea experienced its heaviest November snowfall on record with 16.5 centimeters of snow falling by 7 a.m., according to the Korea Meteorological Administration. This surpassed the previous November record of 12.4 centimeters set in 1972. The snowstorm marked the first snowfall of the season in the capital and caused significant disruptions. A heavy snow warning was issued, urging residents to avoid outdoor activities and vehicle use. Accidents occurred due to slippery roads, though no major injuries were reported. Power outages affected over 150 households as falling trees damaged lines. Traffic congestion worsened as main roads were closed for snow removal, and 22 domestic flights were cancelled, with several others delayed. President Yoon Suk-yeol called for efforts to minimize damage and public inconvenience. The snowstorm, caused by a strong temperature difference between the warm sea and cold air, is expected to continue, with up to 20 centimeters more snowfall anticipated. Authorities have warned of continued disruptions and advised the public to stay alert. The International Criminal Court prosecutor announced plans to seek an arrest warrant for Myanmar's military leader Min Aung Hlaing for crimes against humanity in the persecution of the Rohingya people. Myanmar's junta dismissed the announcement, stating the country is not an ICC member and does not recognize its authority. In 2017, over 1 million Rohingya fled Myanmar's Rakhine state, mostly to Bangladesh, following a military offensive described by UN investigators as ethnic cleansing. Reports alleged soldiers, police, and Buddhist residents destroyed villages, committed mass killings, and carried out sexual violence. Myanmar denied the claims, calling them actions against militants. The ICC's prosecutor said the warrant request followed extensive investigations and emphasized accountability for such crimes. A panel of judges will now decide whether there is enough evidence to approve the warrant, a process that could take 3 months. The ICC previously ruled it has jurisdiction over crimes partly occurring in Bangladesh. Human Rights Watch praised the move as a step toward ending impunity and ensuring justice for the Rohingya. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Supporters of former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan called off their protest demanding his release from jail after a major raid in Islamabad. The Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party announced a temporary suspension of the protest following the midnight operation, local media reported. The protest, which began Tuesday, had drawn thousands to the center of Islamabad. Security forces launched a large-scale raid, turning off lights and using tear gas to disperse the crowd. 6 people, including 4 paramilitary soldiers and 2 protesters, were killed during the clashes. By Wednesday morning, city workers were clearing debris and the area around the red zone was empty. The protest was led by Khan's wife Bushra Bibi, who managed to reach the capital despite heavy security. PTI leaders later confirmed she and other key figures, including Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister Ali Amin Gandapur, returned safely to their province. PTI stated they would develop a new strategy to continue their efforts for Khan's release, who has been in jail since August. Floods and landslides in northern Sumatra, Indonesia, have killed at least 20 people, with fears that more victims may still be buried in debris. Heavy rains began on Saturday, triggering disasters across 4 districts. In Karo district, 10 people were killed, including 5 bodies found under mud and debris. Authorities fear tourists visiting the area's hot springs may have been caught in the landslide. In Delhi Sartang district, rescuers discovered 4 bodies while 2 people remain missing. Rescue teams have faced challenges like power outages and poor communication. Rescue workers using heavy equipment continued clearing debris and mud, hoping to locate any remaining victims. The death toll also included victims from South Tapanuli and Padang Lawas districts. Indonesia frequently faces extreme weather worsened by climate change. Earlier this year, flash floods killed 67 people in West Sumatra. Experts say climate change has made severe storms like the one causing this disaster more frequent and intense. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. The Los Angeles Dodgers have signed star pitcher Blake Snell to a $182 million 5-year contract pending a physical. Snell, a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, confirmed the deal on social media, sharing a photo in Dodgers uniform. Snell, who turns 32 next week, had a strong 2024 season with a 5.3 record, a 3.12 ERA, and a no-hitter in August. Injuries limited his stars, but he remained one of the top pitchers. The left-hander previously won Cy Young Awards in 2018 and 2023. This signing comes after the Dodgers' 2024 World Series win, filling a gap in their pitching rotation. Snell joins stars Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, making the Dodgers lineup even more formidable for 2025. Los Angeles also expects Clayton Kershaw, Tyler Glasnow, and other injured pitchers to return next season. With Snell's addition, the Dodgers aim to defend their title and remain a top contender in Major League Baseball. Barcelona winger Lamine Yamal won the 2024 Golden Boy Award, becoming the youngest player ever to achieve this honor at 17 years and 4 months. The Italian sports newspaper Tuttosport announced the news celebrating his remarkable year, which included helping Spain win Euro 2024. Yamal was chosen over Real Madrid's Arda Güler and Paris Saint-Germain's Warren Zaïre-Emery. He shined at Euro 2024 in Germany, where he became the tournament's youngest player and scorer, netting a crucial goal in the semi-final against France. Spain went on to beat England 2-1 in the final, making Yamal the youngest player to win the Euros. At last month's Ballon d'Or ceremony, he also received the Copa Trophy for the best under-21 player and ranked 8th overall. This season, he has been in top form, scoring 5 goals in 12 La Liga matches for Barcelona. Yamal is the 4th Barcelona player to win this award after Messi, Pedri, and Gavi. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 20,219.45. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 0.91 points or 0.00%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,134.97. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 307.03 points or 0.80%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,309.78. The Shanghai index is increased by 50.02 points or 1.53%. Hong Kong stock close price is 19,603.13. The Hang Seng index is increased by 443.93 points or 2.32%. Bombay stock close price is 80,234.08. The Sensex index is increased by 230.02 points or 0.29%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump cabinet nominees faced bomb threats and sweating attacks. Trump team agreed to transition deal but avoided key GSA document. Trump chose Jay Bhattacharya to lead National Institutes of Health. Three Americans detained in China were released after years of imprisonment. Mayor Adams spoke about safety and Polish-American relations on Rampa TV. Governor Hochul announced 10 million program for clean heating and cooling in large buildings. Seoul faces record-breaking November snowfall. ICC seeks arrest warrant for Myanmar's military chief over Rohingya crimes. Imran Khan's supporters end protest after Islamabad raid. Floods and landslides in Indonesia killed 20, more victims feared. Blake Snell signs $182 million deal with Los Angeles Dodgers. And Lamine Yamal wins 2024 Golden Boy Award as the youngest ever. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.